what's wrong with the actual app or the people that's on the app. You pay the best for your bags. You pay the best for your shoes. You pay the best for your clothes. You pay for the best in the things that you really, really want.
Using dating apps to find those options, you're absolutely right. If you're doing anything that's free or has little to no investment, you're going to get just that. And
So if you really, really want a actual relationship, or you're looking for relationships on dating app, invest the money.
I absolutely agree, Mark. You have to. I think we have begin to believe that love is something we're just going to fall into. We keep talking about that. And you're going to find yourself having to dig through more muck and more of that pool that you do not want to have to do. And it causes you to get frustrated because you feel like you're just not getting the type of people that you want.
What are you doing to do the proper homework so you don't make sure that that is a waste of time and a waste of your money?
Apps have algorithms as well. So if you've paid this amount of money or little to no money, then you're going to get that whole group of people who have also paid little to no money. And most of the times, people who pay little to no money really aren't doing real investments. They're just trying to see what they can get in there and catch for free.
What is it that you found when it comes to dating apps? Like, what are so T. Marie, tell me what is it that you found when it comes to dating apps? Like, what are some of the things you find that is actually the issue with it, or and some pros and cons of it?
So I've always been a big advocate of dating apps. And in my book, No More Boyfriends, I actually have this thing called the first 48 when it comes to dating. I believe that if you meet someone online, you should definitely go ahead and connect with them within the first 48 hours so that you can have the opportunity to put your eyes on them and not waste your time. Conversation creates connections just as well as being in somebody's space. And this is how a lot of people get catfished. You know what I'm saying? But it has also evolved into a place where a lot of people can hide their true intentions, right? And it's been flooded with people who are really not there for actual connections the way some other people are. So you could be an intentional dater and then you get up and you meet with somebody who's not an intentional dater. And so now you've been out with this person, got to know this person, and then you find out, or, that you guys are not on the same page. And so I'm starting to find people who are getting discouraged with online dating. And I was like, you know what? We need to talk about how to navigate through this new era of dating online.
Miss T. Marie. So basically, I wanted to kind of do something that kind of fell in line with that particular stream that we did last week, which is the dating app. Because a lot of times with dating apps, again, just kind of want to do a quick recap on that, and then we'll get into the night's top 10. I need anybody that comes on the particular platform, just please hit the like button, share button. Do something, leave a comment. Let's get the comments going. Let's get in the actual sphere of the algorithm. I can never say that word, y'all. Guess what? I ain't gonna front. I can't even say that word good, but you know what I'm talking about. So basically, just kind of doubling up on that. Dating apps is a great tool to kind of meet people, but also you have to do your homework. And in the first clip, I definitely want to kind of touch bases on the fact of that. You pay for what you get. Anytime you purchase anything, it's any value. The value is 9 times out of 10 is within the dollar that you pay for. Can you find things at a discounted rate? Of course, but when you're talking about dating apps and etc., one of the things about those particular situations that you pay for what you get. Yeah, you're going to pay $5 a month. You're going to get people who want to invest in $5 a month, and you're not going to get the results or the quality people. Will you be able to meet people with that? Yes, but here's the thing with that. You definitely have to go through the rigors of not people taking things serious. So I kind of want to tap into that. Now, just a quick PSA. This is an open platform. Date night online. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Antithias, what's happening? Miss Francis, what's good? Miss Francis, how you doing again? Hello. Also, so basically, it's an open platform. So tonight, and like every other night, I have people come on and they want to give their opinions about dating. They want to talk about anything you want to talk about. Hit me on the inbox. Let me know. I'll bring you on. Also, just a quick reminder: in the near future, we will be actually streaming from our own platform. Now, we will be able to send the stream to Facebook, YouTube, and also I think I'm gonna start going Instagram too as well. So those things will definitely be coming soon. We will be streaming directly from our own server. Just put it like this: we'll be our own quote unquote YouTube. I'll just say that for right now. But look out for that within the next couple of weeks. I need everybody that follows us to actually go over to that particular platform as well, Date Night Online platform. Now, also, just want to let you know that we have one of the guests that came on. I think it was about a couple of weeks ago. We did what we call a date night slumber party, and it was actually fun. With that being said, I'm looking for the next ladies to actually schedule that with me. Now, this is a good opportunity for you ladies to actually have a good conversation amongst you. You know how you girls talk. And I understand it may be curved because the man is in the building. I get it. But with that being said, at least you can kind of get another point of view from a man's perspective. So Date Night Summer Party is basically designed for a group of women to get together in one particular area, one particular room. We can actually vibe. We can actually talk about relationships, dating, and also even how friends are affected by dating choices. That's one of the things that we do. And we also like to play games too on that as well. So with that being said, I want to bring a young lady in. She's been on a couple of times before, but let me tell you something. She has definitely great insight on dating. We're actually in the process of getting her started with her particular platform. I hate using the word podcast, but it will be an actual platform that we're trying to get her started. That is to come soon. But right now, I'm gonna let you in for Miss Nikita. What's happening?
What's up, fam? How you doing?
Hi. What's up with you? What's up with you? So I was kind of telling everybody, real quick, tell everybody a little bit about your experience in the slumber party, as far as your good, bad, or indifferent. I believe in honesty, but also the effect that it had on you and your particular friends during that particular session. And tell everybody your name before you start that.
Okay, so I'm Nikita Nicole, the Illuminist. My platform is Mental Health, the New Wealth. And let me just start from the beginning. So one night I was tapping into Marq, him and another friend of mine was on, and we created the Nikita Hour. I kept them on for 1 hour and a half extra. They was about to get off, and I kept them on. And so in that interim, we were talking. And so let me tell y'all how quick Marq moved. And as soon as he was like, oh, we can hang out, we can do this. He was like, yeah, let's do that. So I happened to be about to go on a trip to Vegas with my girls. So I just decided, asked them and was like, you know what, let's get on the podcast. And I felt like the podcast was great. We got a chance to really just talk and connect. And then these group of young ladies I hadn't seen in a while, but these are somebody that I was really close to. So it was really fun to be on the show and, vibe with them and then talk to Marq and answer the questions. But I have something also, too. You talking about the ladies, so you have to get the men on here, too.
Yeah, I will. But I want to address the ladies. Look, we're gonna get the men on. We're gonna have our locker room talk. But for the ladies, I just think that it's definitely mostly needed to help build a little bit more encouragement while you're dating, right? I think that's a lot of times. I think that's important because honestly, and we always say this, and I'm definitely gonna say it. I'm gonna put it on the wood, as they always say. We will only do what women allow us to do, right? So I think we need to strengthen the woman's perspective, straighten the men out too now. but also let's start by just empowering the women so that we can, so let's start there, and we can empower without actually, calling names and doing those particular things. We don't do that here. But real quick, tell us a little bit about your friend's experience. How was their experience and some of the things that they shared with you about their experience on?
First of all, we was on one, okay, y'all. We was on there for some hours. I already knew because that was the whole point of the slumber party. It was relaxed. We were supposed to chill. They tapped out, y'all. They tapped out. Go check the episode out. Definitely, you see them fading fast. But in the time that they were there, they had an excellent time. They really, really enjoyed it, and they were like, "When is the next one? When you gonna have another one?" So they really enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it. And then I learned some new things about them. I learned how they feel that I am, their perception of me. It was amazing. It was a cool kickback.
You know what? It's so funny too. One of the biggest things I always ask women is, and I kind of ask y'all this too. And you're like, my girls keep it real. My girls keep it real. That was a moment where I don't think there was like a lie being told, but we think one thing, but then when they really tell you the truth, it's a whole nother thing, though. And I remember there was a right. So those things are actually brought out. Go back and look at it. It's very powerful video. We'll wait on the next few ladies to actually come on in, and then of course, men and men, we will have our locker room talk too. Okay, we'll definitely get it popping with the men too, ladies. And then I enjoyed y'all summer party. It was good information. Absolutely.
Thank you,
absolutely. Yeah, appreciate it. So guess what? We are here for the eighth edition, the eighth edition of the Marq's Top 10. The Marq Top 10 is always, again, Marq's Top 10 is basically one of those things where it's like, it's kind of opinionated based, but it's also not. Excuse me. It's also not in any particular order. These are some 10 ideas. Now, this one right here was kind of hard. I had a guide, right? And basically this one right here is called Signs of a Potential Stalker, right? Signs of a potential stalker. And what inspired this particular one, have you seen Reindeer Game? Baby Reindeer on Netflix? Oh. Okay, okay. It's a great. Baby
Reindeer. Okay.
Yeah, it's called. Look, anybody in the chat that's seen Baby Reindeer, put a one up in there and tell me your thoughts on that particular Netflix series. So basically, what it was is that this was basically about a stalker, right? Everybody, pretty much in some form or fashion, most of us have been engaged in someone that we didn't want the unwanted attention, right? I've been on that side as well. So Baby Reindeer was basically about he was a struggling comedian, and one of the things about it is that this lady walked into a bar. He also worked at the bar, and a lady came in and they got acquainted, and she became a stalker. I'm not going to tell it because I think everybody needs to look at it. But for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a stalker, right? And it just but it was a different type of twist to the whole stalking. So I'll definitely say that. We definitely have to watch it. But here's the thing. So when I was actually watching that particular video, or that particular episode, the first one, I came from a perspective of, okay, she's obviously a stalker. She did some stalker things, but what did he miss before he even got to that point? Right? He obviously missed something. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to speak on it? Okay.
No.
Okay. Because like you about to say something. Okay. But anyway, he was like he missed some things. So as I was watching the actual show, I actually jotted some things down and like, you know what? He missed this. He didn't see this. He didn't see that. Right? So let's start by this. This is what I always do before I start. So the signs of a potential stalker. And the first slide, what is stalking, right? It's when a person pursues or watches someone without their consent, right? Okay. that I want to go ahead and just I love definition. I like to define what exactly it is that I'm talking about. So that's what it is when a person pursues a watch. Have you ever been stalked before? Ever?
Well, you know what? Now that you done broke down the definition, I probably have and didn't know.
Right.
Because that's deep. So I probably have and didn't know, but not knowingly.
So when did you realize that you were being stalked? Like you say not knowing that,
It wasn't really a stalking like that.
What was it?
It was more like, is it a stalking if the person lets you know?
What do you mean? Give me the example. What do you mean let you know?
Okay, so it was a relationship. The relationship was over. So far as I was concerned, it was done.
Right.
But the person was like, no, it's not over. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So they just was keeping the same routine, doing the same things, but they let me know. So it wasn't like a secret that they were like.
Was it unwanted attention without your consent? Right. So
yes.
and stalking is not always this guy in the dark behind the bushes.
Right, creeping. Right. Okay.
Right. That's why we have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have definitions of what that is to us. I literally looked that up and I got it from a medical book. So it's nothing, a medical website. So it's not nothing I made up. That's the actual definition. And so it's anytime you tell somebody don't do so and so and they continuously do it because it's unwanted attention or pursuit without your consent, that can be anything. That will be considered stalking.
So
you see what I'm saying?
I definitely was being stalked, pulled up on, rolled up on, keep calling my phone, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see them. Okay. So yeah. It says they're still a stalker if you can see them. Yeah, absolutely. It's not always the guy in the in the dark corner when you getting your keys out trying to fumble and hurry up and get there. But no, it's not always that. Okay. So so can you see this right here?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So basically, this is something. I'm gonna blow this up just even a little bit more. So basically, it let me do this right quick. Boom, let me move
these
this
definitions, these examples right here is killing me.
Yeah, following a person as they go on a daily task, waiting for them outside their house, visiting places they often go to spy on, and attempts to get into their own home or workplace. Right? Those are some of the examples of stalking. Right? But here's the thing: we also have, according to the definition, it can be any unwanted attention that someone gives you that you don't want, and they just keep pursuing it, right? Against your own wishes. I say witches. All right. So definitely stalking. You call it off, and he keep pursuing you. Say it again now.
I said it's funny that you said witches. I said because people could be spiritually stalking you too, but that's on a whole nother.
No, speak on it. Speak on it. I want to hear it.
Because it's so funny, and I was talking to my friend about this the other day about how certain religion sectors or whatever, they don't be on their stuff, but the people that hone different skills and talents so far as the celestial atmosphere, mm-hmm. you can spy on somebody, you can astral project and look into their life, mm-hmm. you can watch them at every moving thing, spiritually though, like. Mm-hmm. It's this movie, y'all. It's called Behind Her Eyes.
Okay.
If y'all ever saw it, it's on Netflix. It's called Behind Her Eyes. But if y'all watch that, that's basically what I mean. They don't have to be physically in the area, but they can go into a trance, fall asleep, and basically follow you wherever you at and everything. So yeah, it's levels to this, definitely. So when you said witch, I was mm-hmm. like, people do that too. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I've definitely had a stalker situation before. Okay, so can you kind of type that in there just to give us a quick summation of it, and then we want to kind of look at it and see if it falls within that line. But all right, so while we do that, so let's go ahead and get started on the top 10 Marq's signs of potential stalking. So number one, no particular order. It is constant contact. Constant contact. Now, remember, I want to give you guys a little caveat. The key word in this one is potential, right? So let me set it up for you. Let me set it up. So in this case, constant contact, right? So it's basically like, okay, we go out on a date, right? Or we meet, right? Um, and I'm just constantly checking on you, calling you, right? And listen, here's the caveat about this. We miss a lot of these things, especially stuff like that, because depending upon where we are in our dating status, we might be tired, we may be frustrated, we just might want somebody, we lonely, all those things, correct? And so one thing about it is that these things, especially the constant contact part of it, can be deemed as, oh, he really likes me. He really so and so. And sometimes we miss so much because we're at a state of where we're not even really paying attention to these little intricate things for them to be potentially stalker. And what I mean by potentially, because let's just say we meet, we go out, we met on a dating app, we met out in the grocery store or whatever, and then guess what happens? We realize that after a week or two, this ain't really for me. We have every right to do that while we're dating. And so guess what? This is like one of the signs of someone that may potentially be one. What do you think about that particular one? Constant contact and how that can be missed.
And yeah, because there's a fine line in between being attentive, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and contacting you more than you need. And that's kind of why I always say too, you shouldn't be dating in a deficit. You know what I'm saying? You should be filled up. You should be doing all the things that you need to do to make sure that you are feeling the way that you need to feel, or your emotional intelligence cup per se is filled up. That way you can kind of gauge that, because if you're dating at a deficit, you'll think, like you said, oh, this person is likes me. They're into me, when you're not even noticing. When you ask for space, or you
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, I'm having a busy day today, I might not be able to talk, and they continue to contact you, as
Right.
it looks as a red flag. So yeah, that is something that you really have to pay attention to, because it's such a small line, but it is crossed all the time.
Yeah, and then we look at it as it being cute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he really likes me.
Like
And
me, right?
right,
Exactly.
right. Attention is good, ladies. I want to go ahead and say, and gentlemen, attention is great, right? Attention, but a constant of someone actually always like texting you or calling you, especially in the beginning stages, just pay attention to it. Like, I'm not saying they are a stalker. I'm not saying these are flags. These are pay attention type things. This is not, oh, they're a stalker, run. We're saying file that away. Just put it in your
Right.
file cabinet. Like we all should keep when dating. I want to say this. We always should keep some type of a file cabinet, right? You don't want to, not a point system, but things that we can, especially in the beginning, you got to really pay attention and file those things away, right? Okay, so here's this right here. So freshman year of college, I had a high school boyfriend who quickly became an ex that could not take me along for a final answer. He kept calling and then finally popped up at my college unannounced, scared me to death. After that, that had him to come by my house where my parents were, and I felt safe and cut it off. And then he got the message. Okay, so this looks like that particular story was
That's a
when.
crazy one too. When people know, and that's so crazy, especially in this world that we live in. But letting people know where you stay, you know, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to feel like that. You want to, and because especially now since the pandemic, we're more comfortable in our own environment. We don't be want to spend extra bread, so we like, oh, come where I'm at. But in those instances, it's like, wow, you do that and you make yourself more susceptible, because now they know where you live at, and all of those things, so where they could just pop up whenever they want to. So that's crazy. And then also, too, when they texting you, what are they saying? Them people that be like, what you doing?
Right.
But nothing else after that. Like, why you always want to know what I'm doing, where I'm at, what's going on, but you don't have any follow up. So yeah,
No
that
follow.
was
Right. That's a good one. No follow up.
right. And in
Right.
college, that was, yeah, that like they was on your line.
Right. Right. I let them know early that I don't like the supervisor checkups. We need our space at first. All right. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Definitely want to go to the next one, and it is providing details before it's provided. Look, this is what I mean by that one. Like, let's just say, for instance, someone set the scenario up for this one. I know it sounds like a lot, but I definitely want to explain this one. Providing details before it's provided, meaning that, let's say, for instance, we're dating and we're just dating, and then I give you some information you didn't tell me, right? So obviously, you're so obsessed with figuring or trying to find out, more about me, and you telling me about me before I told you about me. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are something to pay attention to, because when the art of dating and conversations is actually a dialogue between two people, right? So once the dialogue is given, that's what makes it. But if someone tells you about something that you didn't tell them, pay attention to that. Pay attention, because that's one of those things that it can be deemed as being cute, right? Oh, they paying attention, and then you fall into it. What you think about that particular one? What are your thoughts on providing details before it's provided?
Well, I mean, and I want you to expand a little bit on that,
Okay.
because I'm a person that likes to know everything. So I'm not really throwed off when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But it's
some things that you may not have said or put out on social media or something, right? If someone's digging like that, an obsession with digging, and they're looking for information and they're able to
Mhm,
regurgitate that information to you, I would probably
mhm,
look at that again. It's a flag, right?
mhm.
It's something to pay attention to, right?
So know something about me that I did not
I didn't even
disclose.
share or
Okay.
within the vicinity of so and so. Like, it would be weird, like if a guy say, yeah, I noticed that you go to the Beltline and walk on Wednesdays.
That is creepy.
Right, right. Like, look at that.
Notice, not
That
you
creep me out.
notice.
Blocked. Right,
Right. That is
right,
creepy.
right. Right. Sometimes too much info is weird. I don't need to know everything. Right. Absolutely. Look at that weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. Like, those things are weird. Like if somebody give you some information you didn't tell them, then again, these are flags. These aren't. Oh,
Right.
he's a
Yeah.
stalker. Yeah. Pay attention. That's why it's called potential stalker. Potential. All right. Let's go to number 3. Boom. Excessive monitoring, right? Excessive monitoring, right? Again, this is the dating stage. I have to preface this by saying this. This is a dating stage, and it goes back to the content, but they're monitoring everything. Let's say, for instance, we were at a we on a date. I got the scenario. We on a date, right? And we go to your friend's house on my date, right? Or my friend's, whoever's house, right? And then you know how sometimes people separate and get into their own groups or whatnot, like the guys maybe get
Yeah.
together
Uh-huh.
and they're just like talking, but they're over here looking over here. Baby, you all right? You good? You okay? Da, da,
Right.
da. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like again, these are some things. Again, you remember we just said earlier, deficit, right?
Mhm.
If you're at a deficit and someone is actually being, or you would consider they're catering to you. Some women can say, "Oh, he's just catering to me right now, right? He's making sure I'm good." Yeah, but excessiveness in that 9 times out of 10, I would say that will go on the list of being a potential stalker. Because again, anything excessive or is too on the left, they may give you a hard time.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
may give you a hard time. What do you think about that right there, as far as the monitoring part? Like,
And monitoring is so cold, because number one, and I totally agree with the thing, like, you're not being able to detach from me uh completely We could
Right.
be in the same space, but you're not being able to detach from me when you're around your guys or I'm around my girls or whatever, in a common space. But that's kind of too why I was talking about the what you doing. I'm gonna see you later on, or I seen you earlier today. We don't have to like you can leave some of that space empty, and that way when I see you later on today, I can have something to discuss with you. I can have something to talk about. If I give you a breakdown of each and every moment of the day, there's nothing for us to explore, later on at the end of the day. And then just the whole I feel like when you start doing that and you can't like really just break away and be with your friends, I feel like then that's when the isolation starts, which is
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Or also a part of the monitoring when you on the phone. I'm
Okay.
listening to your phone calls. I'm kind of seeing
Mm.
what you're saying,
Right.
then after you get off the phone, you don't say nothing. But when the situation fits, it's like, oh, you mentioned such and such with your friends, or oh, y'all going to go do this, or who was that on the phone? Like, so yeah, that monitoring is a trip because there's also again a really really fine line in between being attentive and doing that. But like one of the commenters said up there, when you start giving that parental vibe, I don't need you to check on me like that. Like, I don't need you to check on
Yeah.
me like
Yeah. We out having fun. Yeah. I'm glad you took me to the cookout. And
right.
those are your friends, or we're over here. Go meet other people, and that's almost like a detachment problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you can't even enjoy yourself because you got somebody to keep asking you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Get your ass over there.
Right. Go do something.
Go do
Right.
something. All right, number 4, showing up unannounced. We all know that.
Oh, I don't do that.
Right. That's a potential showing up unannounced, right? Oh, I was just over in so and so's house, and I decided to come out and bring you some flowers. That's how they pad it. That's how it can be padded, right? To a point where someone may pop up in a certain area, but they usually foster it with a good deed, right, to soften it. You see what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought about you. I was just in the neighborhood. You're my partner live down the street right here. I just want to just stop by. I'm gonna drop these off right here for you, and I'm gonna monitor. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
That's giving us off Netflix. That's giving us.
right,
I mean,
right,
not us. You. That's giving you off Netflix. Like no. And it's like you can't be everywhere I'm at. Why is you right? Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Like
in the
whoa.
kitchen. Right, right. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. I did this. This what happened to me one time. This happened to me once before. I was actually I was talking to this young lady before, and and we stopped talking, and then I saw her out. We all had mutual friends at this time, and I saw her out at her friends. Let me back up. I was with another set of friends, and we decided that we were going to go to another set of friends where they were mutual friends, right? And I knew she was going to be there. You know what I did? I texted her, "Hey, I'm on the way over there." Like we was still
That
cool,
was G though. That was G. That was
right?
that
I'm on
was
the way. I'm on the way over here. Just to let you know, I'm not using this as a tool to get to you. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
popping up unannounced is that's not the business. If I don't pick my phone up or you don't hear from me, if I don't give you permission to come to my house, don't show up at my goddamn house.
Mhm.
Have you ever had anybody do that before? Have you ever experienced that? Somebody just I'm in the neighborhood or
Well,
in
no, because I
places.
don't know where I live at, and
Well, I'm talking
two,
about it could be anywhere. It could be at places you didn't think they was gonna
oh yeah,
be.
at my place of business, yeah, at
Uh,
work, you know what I'm saying. But we had a real brisk conversation, you know what I'm saying, to let them know that that's not what we doing. So that stopped very quickly. But yeah,
don't
and then
show
that's
up
what's
and don't try by.
and I keep on saying the house thing because That's where we're most comfortable. Like we want
Mm-hmm.
to like express and chill and hang out. That's where all our creature comforts are at. But it's just like, damn, in this space of so much deficit, I can't even let you kick it at the crib. Like,
Right, right. You ain't
sure,
lying.
if
So,
you
go ahead. Say this
I'm
again.
just saying, I'm not even sure if you gonna slide. And then where I stay at, I stay over. I'm in the country. Oh, it's cows and the horses. You can't lie and say you was in the neighborhood. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. It ain't nothing over here for you. Like, no, you wasn't.
Right,
So
right. But look, this is a good one too. This is how what used to get people in trouble. And I had a story like this one right here. That's why I don't check in on Facebook until after I leave.
facts,
Facts.
facts. Yeah.
Man, this one right here used to yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That gets a lot of people. That actually, I gotta tell y'all this
It's
story. Man,
general.
I got so
It's
many damn
general.
stories. I'm gonna write a book one day, but one this particular story. Okay, so I was actually dating. This was years ago. I was dating someone, and they would always check in. And she had an ex boyfriend, right? How about the ex boyfriend showed up where we were,
I know
right?
you lying.
But I ain't lying. I'm not lying, and it went left. I'll just say it went left, right? It went left, and I was I felt certain, and I tell this particular person like, this is you don't do that because you already got problems. I didn't even know you had problems and issues up until that point, but somebody's always monitoring you guys' activity, ladies
Mhm.
and gentlemen. Right, those moments where you're checking in certain places or in or around, you got to all this stuff going on, you got to side view and all this stuff popping off, and you at so and so. Don't be surprised if somebody pop up on you, right? So, look, check this out. I had a guy jump out of the bush once,
Not the
brush
bushes.
once, right? That's crazy, but man. Okay, so let's go to the next one. You want to speak on that one again, or are you good at showing up
We
unannounced?
we good on that. I don't be
Yeah,
doing that. That's not
yeah,
what we
that's
doing.
good. Five, boom. Love bombing. This is probably the number one thing that lets you know that you have a potential stalker if it does not
Worst.
work out. Right? Go ahead. I want to hear you. You clapped your
Not
hands like you
so
was in church.
But look, not so much a stalker too, but a manipulator.
Later. Right.
Because a manipulator can transfer to a stalker, can transfer to somebody that's abusive, can transfer to so many things. But that right there is I don't even know how to wait. What was it again? Hold
Love
on. I
bombing.
just
Love bombing. Love
yeah.
bombing is a
So,
sign of a potential stalker. Love bombing.
so with the love bombing too, it's just like at the end of the day, there are things that are reasonable that you can do when you like somebody or check for somebody or whatever.
Right.
But you have to be a little leery when it comes too fast and too much. I just met you, and just say, for instance, I even give you a month or two. We going on 2 months, and you're just doing the most extravagant, the most because if we're going for longevity, and you're starting this major this soon, how are you going to be able to continue this on during our relationship? How are you
Mm.
gonna do that? So really, it just makes me leery when you start wanting to do too much, when you start wanting to be, and that's the thing to me. When people love bomb, they have an ulterior motive. They want to be perceived as being your everything, so you can look at them in a certain way, to where you will always have them, with you, by you. If anything happened, that's the first person you're gonna call. Blah blah blah, because they
Right.
have this level of support. If you
Right.
need something, I got you. If you don't have whatever, I got you. If you going through it with this person or whatever, I got you. So there's just like they start to kind of always be that person. So yeah, anybody that leads with doing too much too early, it makes me very leery. I don't like that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's really, you know what, and I'm not even gonna talk about the community. I'm not even gonna do that. But that's And
but
you
you
how you
know,
laugh, you probably already got it. But
hey man,
that's how it's a setup. It's a setup. Don't get love bomb.
yeah, yeah, okay. So I want to since we were halfway through. Somebody said they learned that lesson the hard way.
And not antithesis, not must be nice. I have no intentions on being nice. I am
Uh,
kind. I am innately kind. I don't go out of my way doing things, and I will try to assist and help when I can. I got you. But that niceness, though, being nice is a form of that love bombing. I have no intention to be nice. Being nice is people pleasing.
right, right. I'm slow though. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm slow. Right. I
I
am.
believe you.
I'm mysterious. Right. And I know I need to be better. Like because this is a moment. This is a Marq moment. Okay, this is a Marq moment. Personal. This is an open platform. This is not just about me. Everybody else. I'm gonna
It should be
share my
safe
moment.
space.
Right. So my moment is that I'm the opposite, right, of a love bomber, right? I might like you, but it take me a minute to even get to work. Like my actions more than
Starve a nigga
anything,
out.
huh?
You gonna starve a nigga out.
But
Like
I don't be meaning to be that way. I don't know what it is about me. I
nigga,
don't be
like we've been
meaning.
dating for a little bit. You all right? You cool. I like you cool.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that you like
Yeah,
niggas,
I'm
you
terrible.
all right.
I'm terrible. So that was my moment. I'm be better. I don't want to be a love bomber, but on the love bombing thing again, one of the things about that is that we have to understand that when we're dating, especially again, like I said earlier, when you, depending upon where you are in your dating space, coming out of a relationship, tired of going through the rigors of dating, all these particular things, love bombing can be the thing that really gets you in a trick bag, right? Because you that's something you needed. You so depleted, and somebody
And
just love, compliments, right? And then from the stalker standpoint or potential stalker, just as much as they love bomb you, when you leave, understand you run the risk of it being very, very difficult for that person to deal with when it's time to leave. If you have to tell them to
correct.
leave, right? Because I'm sure anybody that feels that they have done what they needed to do to get you and they overly do it,
Mm-hmm.
then they feel like you owe them.
Right.
I showed you
Investing
all these things.
money,
Yeah, yeah, the love
everything.
bombing thing. Yeah, so we have to check that again. These things, I like to go back and recap real quick because I want to go back for everybody that was late to church. People be coming in here late to church. They come in after tithe and offering. They try to get a word and go back home. So I just want to kind of go backwards a little bit. Just kind of go back to the definition. When a person pursues or watches someone without their consent, that will be considered a stalker. We all know what some certain signs are. Constant contact is one. Now, again, why I'm actually going through these first five, I want you guys to realize that this is a potential. Again, the potential of someone being a stalker, where so that if it doesn't work out in the relationship or the dating phase, and you have to let them go, to understand what you may be dealing with, they may be definitely a potentially a person that can stalk you by excessively doing these things, like the constant contacting you. Pay attention to that stuff. What if you don't like them? And after a while, a lot of these things women get tired of anyway. Anytime a dude do too much of something, it turns a woman off, fellas. Is that true?
I feel like that's true. And then also when you said when you don't like them, that really triggers something for me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have nobody as company. You don't
Okay.
like them. You're not fooling with them. You don't like nothing about them really. They just a space filler, lady or men. Don't
Right.
have nobody as company because when you have your vibe, you around, you doing this and doing that. Then afterwards, you telling them in so many words, I'm not really feeling you like that, or I never was really feeling you like that. Then it
Mm.
starts to become a problem because you kept them as a space filler.
Right. Right.
You responded to good morning text. the goodnight beautifuls and all the everything, and so they're thinking that they're getting this space. They're really actually making some leeway with you, and really at the end of the day, you're dating at a deficit. You're
Mm-hmm.
dating at a deficit, and even with the love bombing, and I'm sure we'll go back to that also. It's just like you have to do these things for yourself, so that way, if somebody do something, it's not like amazing. If somebody do
Mm-hmm.
compliment you, it's not amazing because this is how you live your life already, so you can notice those signs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and say this. If I do all that, take you out, wine and dine and all that stuff, and you say you don't like me, I'm sending your ass an invoice.
Wow,
I'm just talking
wow.
shit. I'm just talking shit. No, I'm gonna say,
Okay, but that's how
okay.
some people feel because it's not genuine. You're doing this to gain, something. So no, that's real. Some people really feel like that.
Yeah, get the invoice. I done put my money, spent my money over here, and got me a brand new haircut, and you tripping, woman?
Not the haircut.
All right, yeah. Oh, the love bomber is deep. The setup for the blackmail and gaslighting. Absolutely, absolutely,
How
absolutely.
you how you gas? I mean, how you blackmailing on the love bomb? What be happening? How you
Yeah, put that in. That's an interesting conversation. Lay it out for us, Antithese. I want to definitely speak on that. I want to see what you say on that. Okay, to
right, lay
providing details before it's provided. You know, them pretty much knowing. Look at this right here. I hate dating.
don't be like that. Don't be like
Provide
that.
right, providing details before it's provided, meaning that they know what more about you before you even told them. Right, they digging information because sometimes a person, you know what, and another thing on this one right here, it's funny because people can draw their own conclusions, especially your Facebook friends, right? And they just gathering this information where that might not even be you. They just didn't do all their homework at night and came to the conclusion, and then they share it with you.
Exactly.
Right, you know what I mean? Under their old things, yeah, yeah. Number three, excessive monitoring for
Hmm.
showing up unannounced. We all know that it can be cute when you meet the knight in armor, but it ain't all that cute. Okay, because later on you might get tired of it, and then love bombing would be number five. That's the first five. Okay, all right. So let's move on to number six. They want constant validation for themselves.
Ah,
They want constant validation for themselves. Right? Look at y'all in this hating. I hate it too. Exhausting, constantly playing chess. Right. Look, guess what? That's that. Look. Oops. Hold on for a second. I done almost got myself. Hold on for a second. One quick second. Let me. I had to actually show up for this one right here. Let me tell you why. This right here, playing chess. Let me tell you something. I've been stopped playing chess. I'm playing checkers. I'm jumping over. Why you thinking? I'm jumping. I'm moving forward. You know what I mean? Ain't no chess. Ain't no thoughts to it. If you don't feel right, I'm jumping. I'm moving. You know what I mean? Chess, you got to sit down and think too long. So here,
strategize.
strategize. I'm not. While you thinking, I'm already jumping. King me, goddamn, king me. So that they want constant validation for themselves. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. So um, you can never give them a potential person that may be a stalker. Would be that thing where they're
You'll never.
always asking you things to make them feel good,
Mhm.
right? Like it's never enough, right? And they're like, they're constantly wanting you to praise them, And I know words and affirmation is one of them, but too much of it, especially in dating in the beginning stages, that's a sign. That's a sign. What do you think about that? They want validation for themselves,
It's
or
it's
with you, or they want you to make them. I'm sorry, but they want you to be like, uh, you know, they want you to give them keys,
and
right?
that's what's because mine's is more so acts of service, but in this instance, I'm more so like with you with the actually expressing how you feel or whatever. You digging somebody and really don't say. I'm gonna say, oh, you wearing that or you smell good, but I'm not gonna keep on gassing you.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know, you know what I mean, and I'm gonna tell you where I'm at with it. But there's something that's not gonna be constant. It's not gonna be. a flowing river of affirmation. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
need you to do that within yourself. And too much of that is just it's just too much. It starts to become fake. That's like somebody that y'all kind of vibing. That sound like the person that'll push the I love you real quick. Nigga, you don't even
Mm.
know how you love me. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, every time we get off the phone, they gotta be like, I love you. Uh, just all this. I'm not with that. So I'm kind of with you. I'm working on it, but I don't feel like I'm that bad. Like I'll let you know, what I'm saying,
Something.
how I'm feeling, what's going on. Yeah, I'll let you know something. So
Mm.
it's not that bad, but I'm not going, from the
Right.
morning to the night, you're gonna be mad. I love you, and I'm a damn near hang up on you because I done told you early this morning.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
told you this morning. I'm not gonna tell you every time we talk on the phone or every time we text. It's just, but that's that dating at a deficit. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm glad you brought that up again. Okay, so again, I asked earlier. Anybody that has seen at least the first episode of Baby Reindeer, put a one in the chat. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want everybody to understand this part. In that particular movie, you know what? Let me go back. I'm gonna do that at the end when we finish. Let's move forward. They want constant validation for themselves, but they're always asking you, "How does this look? What you think about this? Am I doing well over here?" Like there are certain people that want you to feed them to make them feel pretty good. You know what I mean? And too much of that too can be a sign of someone that may potentially be a stalker if you decide that's not the person for you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to preface it by saying that. All right, number 7, wanting to involve family and friends too soon. Right? It's I want to be close. I want to we just met each other. What's your mom and them doing? Or you going to a family function and they want to go or get offended because that you're not bringing them around. You know what I mean? And someone that wants to be engulfed in the family so too soon, and we all know what soon is, right? Let's be honest. We know that may be potentially something you need to pay attention to because that's almost like them trying to even get more information when it's not time for you to get that information.
It's
Go ahead.
important for you to meet. I feel like it's important for you to meet people's friends. You know, their friends, they're people that they commune with. But to me,
After how
more
long?
a year and a half, I don't need to see your people.
Mm.
It was somebody that I was dating, and he had 2 children, and he was like, "Oh, my kids, my kids. Hey, they about to come. They coming over. Oh, cause I'm about to go. Like, I don't need to see your children. I don't need to meet your mama. I don't need to do any of that because that sets the precedence that I'm here to stay. To me,
Mm-hmm.
if I introduce you to my people, you are a staple or something that has become constant in my life to where I introduce you to my people. So trying to force that, now it's different to be like, oh, who was that? That was John trying to kind of get the algorithm, so to speak, of the person that you're dating, who their friends are and things like that, but they're actually family and the people that they hold close. Now, I feel like less than a year and a half, that's too soon. And by the time that we're meeting your family or you meet my family, this is official. You're not going nowhere. Like we've already, like they say in a song, if we locked in, ain't no switching up. Like that's when I'm introduce you to my people. But before that, I'm not about to just be, oh, we was going strong for 6 months, so I'm gonna take you to my people. Like, no.
So let me ask you a question. At what point do you think it's good for a man to meet your friends after you first start dating? Like, at what point? Like, is it like is it a time thing or is it? I know it's probably is a feeling, but what would be that feeling? Like, what's
So
proper? You
your
would think.
friends is a little bit different. I feel
Okay.
like months, 2 months time.
Mm.
We
Okay.
hanging like that, you know what I'm saying? If we're dating, if we're acting, so just say for instance, and like you was talking about the pace and the speed of your dating, the character of your dating. If you dating like once a month, then no, I'm not gonna meet your friends that soon. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
if we like infatuated with each other. We vibe into where damn near every weekend or every time we got time within the month, we linking up to where I see you almost once a week out of this month. Then it's okay for you to meet my friends because they gonna see things that I might not see. Um, they know me, so they're gonna look at you and figure out certain things. So I feel like, with your friends, so to speak. I mean, shoot, it could be as soon as 3 weeks to a month.
Got you. Got you.
There's somebody that I'm dating. There's somebody that I'm interested in. Hey, girl, what you feel, or hey, dude, what you feel about her, like whatever. Like I feel like early in the game with that. The family is way later, but with the friends and stuff, yeah, that's not nothing. Because hopefully, I can kick it with your friends, and your friends can kick it with my friends, and look, wait, we all
we can do this.
Yeah, right.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Definitely no Diddy. No Diddy.
Right, right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay, I want to tackle this one right here. The friends need to first weigh in. Friends see things we don't see sometimes. Okay, so wait after how long? I want to ask Keisha that. While she's answering that, my only pushback for that would be slightly right. This would be that it has to be true friends because they hate as well. Absolutely, and that was one of the thing. That was one of the things I was thinking because here's the thing about that. It's got to be the ones that's probably happy with their situation. Let's say that because remember, your friend may not have the best experiences in dating, right? They're going to be marred by their own situations, right? And I don't think it's wise to invite someone you may not know well, like the month period, you still get to know a person. We have to pick and choose who we allow that particular person to meet. I would probably say that because men and women, the number one thing that stops a lot of women from being single are their jealous friends. Right? Their friends are jealous because they can't land, but you're about to land. Right? That's very, very key to pay attention to. You know what I mean?
At this, and I'm gonna just say grown folks, because I feel like everybody on here is at least over 20. But I say that to say, when you start to get older and mature in your friendships and your relationships in general, you know what friend is what friend. You know what I'm saying? So even if you around, I'm not gonna take this person's opinion because I know you a hater.
Right.
This is the person, is not happy with themselves. You always complaining and shit. We going to the restaurant, you making up issues. You know what I'm saying? So this is a part of who you are as a person. Right. So I already know if you like, girl, like he not. I already know who you are versus somebody who is, like you said, well in their relationship, feeling good about their life, choosing the life that they want to live. Your opinion is going to be different. So hopefully at this point, at this big age, as they say, we not still having them friends that's going to be haters like that. But if we are still holding on to those type of people, then we just going to know to take some points off your shit. Like when you hating, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, like he this and he that. Okay, I'm going to take 5 points off of that. Two things that you said might be legitimate, and I did notice those things also. But them other 5, you just speak it to me from your wounded space.
Right. And then okay, before I say this, everybody do a favor. Anybody's on Facebook, share this. Go into the actual page and just hit the share button. Currently, we have had over 100 people run through here. Not 100 people. Not 100 people commenting, but it's okay. Lurkers are real. It's okay.
Right now, we're getting stalked right now.
We're getting stalked right now, but it's okay. Y'all keep on stalking. But I want to say this as far as the whole friends thing, because I'm gonna be honest. Let's go back to that. I've been in situations where I've been in situations where dating a person, it may have not worked out. They telling their friend what's going on, and that friend circling back around. I've had that happen several times.
Circling back around with you?
To me, yeah. and then I know some things that probably I shouldn't know. It
And then that's
happens.
what's so crazy when you get caught up. The friend, oh girl, I was trying to check on him for you. I was trying to see if he was gonna bite. I was trying to see if he nah, you shady.
Right.
You shady.
Right.
And that's so crazy because then too, I mean, and that's what's so crazy too. It's like having the perception for yourself, your intuition and your stuff being strong enough for yourself. Because when a lower level energy is in a space like that, if you're not consistent or not certain about your own intuition, that could be played. Well, girl, now it's not that he tried to holler at me. It's more so like, oh,
The kitty got froze on me. You froze up on me. Oh, look at her. Look at her right there. I'm gonna see if she can get back, come back. But look. Let me go back. Some of these different. Let me get Nikita out here looking crazy. Okay, let's see. She'll come back in a second. Yeah, she has a little straight issue. All right, so check it. So I definitely wanted to say this. This part right here, 1 and 2, involve family and friends too soon. Sometimes that can be the best, and sometimes it can be the actual worst. What you don't want to do is actually invite the wrong people into that particular space. I definitely like this particular one right here. Where's the one? Friends. Okay, right here. Keisha, I'm really, if I'm really feeling you, 1 or 2 months, and yes, only my true inner circle village, which is my small circles, because all your homegirls is not your homegirls. All right, so cut it out, and all your homeboys is not. Right, right here, spirits and energy don't lie. Absolutely. That's why it's good to actually make sure you're grounded before you're actually in a relationship, because you're gonna miss a lot of these things if you're at again a deficit. Okay, what if they're African? You know what? If they're African, does this apply? You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and answer that. Yeah, they're African. Africans be fucking up too. All right. Okay, now we got her back up in the green room. All right, here we go. Boom. You back?
what happened, y'all? I came back and y'all was talking about Africans. What
I
happened?
don't know. I don't know what if they're Africans. I don't know. I'm not paying no attention.
Hey, Africans do be having them monitoring spirits, though.
Yeah, some circle back around. Good one. Jealous friends can't help themselves. Absolutely, absolutely. Jealous friends. That's facts.
And that shouldn't be your friend. If you want to secretly, smash my nigga, or you just trying to see a way that you can infiltrate, that's not the homie.
But okay, but what if they like? Well, you didn't like him, so I'm talking about dating though. Like,
But
okay,
why do you need my seconds though? Even if I
hold
am
on.
a sweet dude.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Now, I'm glad you brought this up. I don't understand this. Is it wrong? And I need everybody else to weigh in too as well. Right? Is it wrong? Why do women have this code? Like, say for instance, I date girl A. Me and girl A went out 2 times. We didn't sleep together. We had dinner. Why are my hands off from any of her friends or associates?
So we went out twice,
All right.
and it just was not a connection.
It wasn't the connection. Are you okay with
So
that?
when we went out twice, did you know said friends that you're dating with now?
No, these are your friends.
I know, but I'm saying the 2 times that we went out, did you know these people?
No, I ain't never. Well, you might have introduced me to them. You introduced me to them a couple times, and we probably been in the same surroundings. Like, say for instance, we all out. Okay, so there's scenarios where, like, say for instance, we go out. Like, our second date is your friends. We all hanging out at the bar, the lounge, right? And your friends just think, oh, he's cool and he's cute or whatever y'all say, right? And then circle back around 2 weeks later, your friend, why am I, let Look at that. Look at that. She just done. I don't know what's going on with Nikita over there. But anyway, everybody in the chat, right? Under that scenario, right? I want to hear everybody's input on this. Under that particular scenario, why is it that if a man goes out on a date, what is it if a man goes out on a date and it doesn't work out between you and I? We've been dating. Don't go behind me. We still went out.
Correct. And that's all I was saying.
Oh my
So
God.
I was asking you. No, I was asking you. So while we were going out and we went out the 2 times, did you know these friends?
These are your friends. No,
right.
no.
So
right.
These are my friends. But did you know? So just say, for instance, this is the only way that it will work and be okay.
Okay.
We dating.
Give us the women rule.
We went out the 2 times. But you don't know these friends. You ain't never seen these friends. You don't even know that these friends is my friends. Then boom. If y'all end up dating, then cool. I'm not even tripping because you wasn't even privy that these was my friends, blah, blah, blah. However, if we dating and you meet my homies and them and you know that these is my people, I'ma feel like you was scouting for my people the whole time you were trying to talk to me. Like you wasn't really tapped in. Even if we figured out that it was the friend vibe, I feel like it's okay. Just say, for instance, me and you dating, and you got a homeboy. Me and you don't work out, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start talking to Marq friend. But I met your friend through you. Nah, that's flaw. Like,
okay,
no.
that's flaw in the women's dictionary. You know that, right? Because
y'all
we don't. Right. We
But
don't.
you know what? And I say this: anything that is, because things could be uncomfortable and it's okay. But anything to where you got to have a difficult conversation, you already know that you didn't overstep the boundaries. Because why is you? And then my partner, no lie, like Marq, I could be really into you, really like you, whatever. Once I find out that you talk to one of my homies, you're you're ugly. Like right. I don't even Marq ill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if I could have found you the most attractive guy, whatever. After I found out that you used to talk to the homie, or you are currently talking to the homie, like that's dead. So
okay,
but I know men think differently so far as that everything is we wasn't in a relationship, but we was trying to see what it's gonna do.
Right. So we gathered information. I'm giving pushback on it because I know my circle of okay, so that has happened to me before. Right? I'm gonna say this. I've been in those situations and I go to my homeboy. My partners be like, man, we just went out a few it's all good. Like that's dudes, right? And I understand women have a different code. But I want to address this. I want to address this part. There are way too many women to date their friends.
Yes.
Okay, guess what? But how many connections do you run across?
Marq, you really got a connection with my friend?
No, I don't know. We made listen.
You're connected.
Listen, I'm giving pushback. Look, I have to follow the rules. I got to follow the women rules.
Start.
Look, listen, I want to follow the women rules, right? I have no choice, right? But I will say that I don't understand that particular rule, right? And it's not for me to understand. Because I've been in situations with my partner that they may have talked to the girl. Guess what? Unfortunately, especially being... Listen, if I had a partner now, okay, excuse it was the early side of my life. That was early, right? 30s.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so now, if I had a partner and me per se, I was dating a girl. We just went on a couple of dates. We didn't have no connection. And then my partner, and then she knows my partner and they talk. I just wouldn't feel a certain kind of way. Me.
But look, just like you said though, and let me preface this. What you were speaking about is legitimate. And the only reason why I said that is because if your partner did not meet this girl through you, it's fair game. I met the girl at the show, you know what I'm saying? And oh damn, you talk to my boy. That's fair game because I met you outside of the context of Mark. But
Oh, just so happen to run into each other. Like,
correct. Or
okay.
in the same circle or
Oh
whatever,
man.
correct. But
Okay.
if we was dating and
Right.
I said, oh, girl, this is my friend Mark, and then all of a sudden y'all dating, like, nah, nigga, you a bop. Like, how are you dating somebody I was talking to? Even if I don't take it seriously anymore or we're not dating, you still met this person through me. So I think that's my only thing. If you did not meet them through me, then I have no qualms, no problems with you at all. And I'm gonna be like, okay, girl, this was my experience with him, but maybe it might be different from you with you. I'm not even gonna hate on you. You know what I'm saying? But if you met the person through me, like we all damn near met up on Taco Tuesday or some shit,
Right.
and we don't link, me and you don't link, but now all of a sudden you got the hots for my homie. Hell no. Hell
Right.
no.
Okay, so this is a good one. Men only care if she was the wife or baby mother. That I think that's the code that's ours. That a lot of men. I'll just say my partners, right? Because I know my partners. We don't fall out about stuff like that. We just don't, right? Because
Y'all
I've
be
seen it.
passing them around, huh? Y'all
That's
be
not
passing
pat.
them.
No. Okay. First of all, I never had your heart, and I never had your pussy. Okay, so if I
Okay.
never had your heart, with
So let's be
listen.
clear. So if you
Okay.
had sex with them, then what you're saying is off. It basically cancels out what you're saying if
It
you had
depends on
sex
it
with
depends on how long ago it was.
damn. Now it's y'all
I'm not speaking.
but
Listen,
that's fine.
okay, listen. I'm not speaking for all men. Here's my disclaimer. I'm not speaking for all men. I will say through my experience with when I mean brothers, I mean my actual brothers, dudes I've been 20 to 30 years strong with, 40
Your
years
friends
strong with today. That has been our rule. And we have never fallen out about it. Never felt guilty. Well, shoot, it ain't work out between us. She may make you happy, she may not. Won't you try? Listen, as long as I ain't never had your heart, right? Remember, I think dating and courting is two totally different things,
facts.
right? With dating, we just I gathered enough information that you want for me. It is no match. So that means that sounds selfish. I'm sorry. We'll beat this drum,
But
beat this
not
drum all
be
night.
honest because we need to know too, like that process, that thought process. So yeah.
What the thought process it would be for me and my experience, right, and how I think, right, and how what I've seen is that long as it's not we saw have this thing, especially in college. Long as she ain't the main, bro, it's okay. It don't even matter. I've actually been in a bed. Listen, okay. I've actually been okay. Dang, I'm talking too much, but I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, come on,
So,
let it
right.
out. It's
So,
space.
okay. So I'll say this. I've been in a situation where I dated a girl that slept with my partner the year before. Right? I dated her. My
And it
partner
was
slept with her.
smashed,
He smashed her.
but
Right?
they wasn't dating, they just smashed.
They
They wasn't
smashed.
together.
I think they probably. I don't know the particulars too much, but when I asked him about it, it wasn't nothing. And guess
Okay.
what? Me and that girl actually was together for years after that.
Okay.
You see
So
what I'm
and
saying?
let's break that down. So how did y'all get to the point to where you know that she smashed the homie, but you was vibing with her so hard that you was like, okay, let's see what this could be. Like, how did y'all get? Did y'all and kind of what it's seeming like to me is it's like out of sight, out of mind. Y'all don't have the conversation. We don't talk about it. It's damn near like the it never happened t-shirt. Y'all got the it never happened t-shirt on.
Yeah,
And
because remember,
no,
we view sex differently though than y'all, right? We view
okay.
sex. Remember we don't. Do we get connected when we have sex? Yes, but sex doesn't mean as much as it do to y'all, right?
Correct. Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I you got
put
any.
put that factor in, right?
Okay.
And so that may play the factor. I mean, that was last year, bro. Go ahead and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't said like that, but that's what happened. But me and her
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we was in an actual relationship for years, and it worked. You know what I mean? So I'm
So
saying this. That. Go
the
ahead.
homie never made no comments. He ain't never say nothing after that. Like, oh, that was that was me, nigga. You know that
No,
before it was you, it was
no, because
me.
that's my no, because that was my like my brother.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? We don't do each other like that. You see what I'm
okay.
saying? If it is
So
what it
now we're
is,
going back to the standard on
like,
friendship.
like,
Like
like, like, and
that's
I
your,
want to.
your family.
Okay, I want to address this because I'm gonna tell you how that's not. But okay. Your friend may not talk about it, but they holding it close to their heart if they really cared about that woman. I've seen it too much, right? But again, obviously he didn't care about the situation, right? He didn't really care about it enough to feel any kind of way about it. Now, if he had feelings and stuff like that, um, hold on for a second. Men get mad when the homeboy more successful and start helping. Again, my situation is different because those are like my brothers. Like we never fall out. We still friends to this day. We don't allow no woman to get in between us. Like that's real brotherhood. If they make their comments, they ain't gonna never say it around me. And who cares if they don't never do that? Look at Nikita over here freezing over here again. But for me, it's that's not my experience. So most men won't say anything because it shows a sign of weakness. They will always have in the back of their mind, watch that nigga. Uh that may be the case. I just know through my experiences, I don't see that. That's why I'm not having sex no more. Or whatnot. So I want to move on to the next one. I know we kind of touched on that one right there. Family and friends. I'll wait on the key to come back. Actually, I'm gonna move it to the next one. Oversharing of their own experiences. Again, we kind of got off track, but we come back on track. This is signs of a potential stalker. So oversharing their own experiences. This is probably would fall into the category of giving too much information. Sometimes I feel that a person that overshares a lot of times is actually trying to uh, get you to buy in because 9 times out of 10 they're going to be telling you great things about themselves, right? They're not going to be telling about their flaws. But even if they do tell you about their flaws, overexposure of a lot of any of this stuff definitely leads someone to be at some type of deficit. In my opinion, sharing too much information can be a sign of one of those things where, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing, look what I table for you to make a decision. Like, why are you rushing? Right? The greatest joy of oversharing equals compensation. Absolutely. And I'm glad that was brought up because I actually read an article. Matter of fact, I think I still have that article somewhere around here. Let me see something right quick. Let me see if I have it. I want to just share that part. How oversharing can be overcompensation. Give me 1 second. I think Lakita's back into the green room again. Hold on for 1 second. Oh man. All right, here we go. You
Friend, we
back?
might not too long because it's getting real ghetto. It's getting
Nah,
real rap.
that's that.
Like my computer, it seems like it's resistant to the shit that's
To
going
the stick.
on.
We over
Like,
here. We over here spitting facts. Look, so check this out. So let me give you this one. I'm gonna pull this art. Oversharing their own experiences. Oversharing their own experience. It's almost like they're trying to win you over, trying to get you to move to the next phase, right? And that's almost like a control thing, right? I want you to. I'm gonna paint these pictures for you. I'm gonna put it all out here for me. This is what it is. What we doing next? I put that on there because I felt
that
like that.
grooming? Well, is that grooming?
Well, in the comment section, oversharing equals overcompensation, which is a good one. But speak on that one right there. What do you think about that one? I'm gonna pull this article up while you're doing that. What do you think
I
about
feel
that?
like that's split grooming, and the only reason why I say that is because I'm telling you all these scenarios and stories so you can tighten up. Like you can, oh, this what happened to me and this is what I did, or this what this person did. So it's kind of like it's already psychologically setting you up to be the perfect mate or the perfect date or the perfect person, because I'm telling you these things so that you, yeah, because I don't like that, so then you make a mental note. Okay, this person doesn't like this, or they don't like that, or has been their experience. So I feel like oversharing to a certain extent is grooming.
That's a good one.
If I didn't ask you about that, then and if it's not in context, you just giving me background on what has happened to you, because my mama ain't never been there. Okay, so nigga, you need a mama. Okay, boom. Like it's you grooming me to be this person that you need.
Right, right, absolutely. Let me show you this right quick. Let me put this up because I want to share this. Can you read that? Or is that too? Is that too? Let me blow this up for
I
you.
got my glasses on so I can see it, but
You can see it. I want to share this at a glance. Right, it says compensation is a psychological defense mechanism when a person tries to make up for a perceived area of weakness in their life. Compensation is a type of defense mechanism in which people overachieve in one area of their lives to compensate for failures. You see what I'm saying? So that's that is definitely a sign of anytime you do that. According to this, it is a defense mechanism. You can actually put up this article. It's very well mined. It's a behavior. It's a psychology, right? And I was kind of reading the article. You can kind of pick that up and read a little bit more about certain behaviors or whatnot, pros and cons or whatnot. So
and
things
just
of that
that
nature.
definition that you just gave, I'm gonna tap into very well mine too. But just that definition that you gave, that kind of coincides with the love bombing.
Absolutely, it all falls in
Mhm.
line. Absolutely, and all these things are extreme for sure. All right, number 9. We almost done here. They are overprotective of your feelings.
I
Right?
don't like to be irritated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we're dating and something has made you feel a certain kind of way, and I'm upset because somebody else made you upset, or I'm over analyzing the situation. Right? One of my biggest flaws at one point, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my biggest flaws is that, and it could be deemed either way. And what I've learned is that whenever you fall into this state right here of overprotective of somebody's feelings, um, real quick, just want to tap on that because it's like they've engulfed how you feel at a stage where they don't even really know you. Right? They get offended. And sometimes what I've learned, especially when women are sharing things, sometimes it's best for us just to listen. And sometimes we shouldn't have to say anything. And for me, I think that was one of my biggest flaws because I'm a fixer, right? And so if I see something, I like to kind of find a solution for it, right? And sometimes a solution is not warranted, right? And sometimes how you feel, this need to be heard. And so a person that is overly protective, especially when I just met you or we just met each other, I understand you have a concern, but being able to garner those feelings I have in the early stages is definitely not good. What you think about that one?
I think too, it's almost on some pootie tang shit. I don't know if y'all seen that
Yeah,
before.
that's the worst movie ever.
This
Go
is
ahead.
hot. Oh, it's hot too. Like, what I'm saying, oh, it's what they doing. Oh, what they like. I don't need a yes man. I don't need you to repeat or parrot everything that I got going on. I have you in my life so that you can give me great perspective. If I'm lacking in something, or I need you to say, "Girl, you was wrong for that. You know that was not right." I don't
Hmm.
need you to be on my side all the time, parrot me and things like that. So when you start to do that, I kind of feel leery anyway, because I don't need a yes man. I don't need
Right.
somebody that's always going to be on my side, even when I know I'm wrong, because there is certain spaces in me that need to be checked. And I need you to be able to do that with love and compassion and not always just, well, because they did this and fuck them. And you like, yeah, fuck them, knowing that I was wrong in a certain instance. Even
Mm.
though at the time I'm gonna be like, yeah, my baby on my side, I'm still not going to have a certain level of respect for your opinion and the things that you say, because now I know, regardless, I'm whether I'm right or wrong, you're going to side with me. And it's different because when we out in public, nigga, you agree with me. When we outside, you like, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? We gonna stand on business, but you gonna pinch me, you gonna some baby, we get to the house, we gonna have a conversation and you gonna check me, you know what I'm saying, when we get to the house.
Right. Right.
But it has to be some type of accountability. So I
Hmm.
just can't deal with somebody just always, whatever you like, no, that's not authentic. No.
Right. Right. And it's definitely a sign of someone that really tries to possess. Like that's possession. You know what I mean? Like possess. All this stuff
Manipulation
is
is
like this sound like take over.
yeah.
Take over. That I want to read this comment right here. And they said Nikita absolutely 100. Damn, this hard. Can't come around friends. Can't share too much. Can't genuinely care because they your nature. Woo, too much navigate. I'm gonna say this. Let's look at it from a standpoint of excessiveness, right? Listen, anything that's imbalance is a problem, right?
Facts.
Anything that's imbalance is a problem, right? So the thing about this is that again, this is the dating stage. You just met this person. These are some of the things you can kind of key on and see if it's over excessiveness because it's too early in the game for this. Right? And then understand that you might not like that person like you might like them now, and they may give you a hard time. They may give you a hard time because that's a lot of work. Like all these things is a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. And then some people feel a certain kind of way about their time. You know what I mean? If you don't give a person the time, you know how sometimes guys are, they get kind of, out of whack, and get aggressive with women. You see what I'm saying? So we just trying to give you guys a shortcut so that if you don't like the nigga, guess what?
And like you
It's
say,
not as hard.
everything in
Everything's a
balance.
balance.
If
Right.
you're keeping balance, then you can't go wrong. If it's going too left or too right, then it's not gonna be okay. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
overprotecting your feelings. Yeah.
Right. Okay, this is the last one right here. This is going to trip out on this. I always say this one. This is funny. Now, the last five is something I just thought about, and I'm going to tell you how I got here. Always, always, always available.
I
Right.
don't like
Huh?
I don't like that. It
I do.
makes you feel like you're not rare. Like when you even in me as a hairstylist as profession, right?
Hmm.
If you need your hair done and you hit me up and you like, oh, I need my hair done and I need to come on Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, you can come on Tuesday. What time would you like to come on Tuesday?
Hmm.
Oh, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That's okay for you. Like, no, like you need to have some exclusivity. And ladies, I don't give a damn if you got to make up this exclusivity. I don't give
Right.
a damn if you got to be at home and pretend that you got some shit going on. You're gonna have to do that because at the end of the day, you have to allow this person to know that you do have a life too. Because too, in relationships and things of that nature, that be the problem because you get consumed by the other person.
Hmm.
You don't have your own life, your own routine. It's not something that you do on a regular basis. So yeah, being overly available, I don't like that. And then too, I like to miss you. I
Right.
like to be like, babe, what you did today? Like, what's going on? And to for some people and your core values or your boundaries, because I don't have to talk to you every day and I still know that you fuck with me. Some people
Hmm.
don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like you got to talk to them every single day. I kind of like to let a couple of days go on so that when I talk to you, our conversations are full and exciting and we have a whole lot to discuss. If you call
Right.
me and I got my good morning text, boom.
Hmm.
12 o'clock, babe, what you eating? Oh, that's what you ate? Okay, boom. Then I got it's almost the time, the end of the day, 3 o'clock. Oh, babe, what you doing after work? You gonna meet me at the work? There's nothing that we gonna discuss when I see you later on. And that's okay too, because sometimes you can just be with the person. And that's how you know that that's a good relationship, because we don't have to have no activities. We don't have to do nothing. We're just comfortable just being in each other's space. You could
Mm-hmm.
be over there doing some shit and I could be over here. But it's just like at the same time, if you checked on me every other hour of the day, what is we supposed to be connecting on at the end of the day? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know everything that happened. You know what I ate. Uh,
Right.
you know what where I went. You know that the lady tried to get me for my change. Like, you know everything that happened for the day. So it's just like I do like some time to where I can really tap into you and figure out what was going with you. But if we checking in all day, then that's not gonna be able to happen.
Right. And then two, you gotta often wonder if someone always, and I mean always available. You gotta think like, what the hell are you doing with your life?
That's
Right. Sometimes, and I'm gonna say this, ladies, if you always need him, he's always available in the beginning. You may want to pay attention to that. Right. Attentiveness is great. Right. But if no one is actually living in a space of getting things, um, done for their lives, and that mean they're not being productive. That's also a sign, right? Right, get another job or something.
the job or something.
Right, get a job or something. Like I know every time I pick up the phone, you available. Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you cater. Like, you're always available to me, right? Like, even because I'm gonna be honest with you. So let's look at it from the standpoint of this. Being available, but you're really not available. Dropping what you doing right there on the spot, right? She calls me, and I could be in the middle of building a damn house, and I'm finna go,
Dang, right, yeah.
right? Dropping everything right then and there, you know. So that is definitely a flag, right? When someone is not really we grown, y'all, and we only have 8 to 9 hours out a day, right, to really get out here and get it, right? 10 to 12 in some cases. But my point is that if a person is always available, always have time to, do whatever, or you notice that doing, or you need to come over there and do this. I ain't got nothing, so I'm saying, that's just a way again, and it's almost all of this is similar to love bombing, somewhat
Yeah, manipulation. Like you're doing
manipulation, right?
for an actual reason. This is not authentically you. This goes back into the antithesis. This goes back into the niceness. You're not
Hmm.
being kind. Kind is, baby, I can't be there immediately, but as soon as I get done doing what I'm doing,
There
you
you
know what I'm
go.
saying? I'm gonna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you're okay. I'm not gonna let this day go by or go to sleep on you without making sure that you're okay. But I have things going on of my own. I can't just leave that, immediately right now to go handle that. It's manipulation. It's you're setting up the precedent so that I won't leave you. I always feel like you're my savior. Whatever the ulterior motive is, right? Controlling, whatever the ulterior motive is, it's always that. And for me, you and this is the thing too. And this is the whole thing of this whole date night online, the dating thing. We're trying to build relationships that have longevity.
Got you. I'll just give it
You know what I'm
sustainable.
saying? Right, exactly. And if you're going in too hard, too early, too soon, you're not going to be able to keep that up. And for me, I got to crave you. I can't
Mm,
see you every day and still crave you. I got to be excited, like, oh my goodness, I get to see Mark today. Oh my
right.
God, it's about to go down, whatever, whatever. Or just the energy in general. If you always there, and I'm not saying kind of like you were saying, friend, you were saying that you do need to give a little bit. You don't need to dry a nigga out, but you know, but you do need to give a little bit. But it's like, just that not always being available makes me appreciate who you
Mm,
are in my life when you do show up and when you can show up. And just using those words too. I'm not going to be able to do that right now, but I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Check on you or whatever. You know.
Yeah. I definitely. So yeah, that's definitely that's to me that's a great way to end that list. Let's go ahead and do real quick. I like to just again signs
Do
of
a recap.
potential again. Potentials. These are some of the things that you'll find. Constant contact, providing details before it's provided, meaning that they stalking and pulling up all the information and on you before you even know. Excessive monitoring you know, you out and y'all out at the picnic and every time you turn around he looking over there at you trying to figure out you all right. Yeah, I'm all right, nigga. Go on back over there with your partners. I'm good. I'm okay. Showing up unannounced. We know about that. Love bombing is one. They want constant validation for themselves is six. Wanting to involve family and friends too soon, oversharing of their own experiences. They're overprotective of your feelings, and always available, right? And that completes the top 10. What do you think about it? I'm gonna give you a little bit more insight on how I came up with it. What do you think about that list?
I think that list is amazing. I think that it at least gives us the groundwork because, like you said earlier, a lot of times we don't notice that these are the signs. We just kind of go along and not even notice that this is an issue, or it can potentially, and that's why you put that in the cap. It can potentially be an issue because
Right,
all of these are excellent attributes. And that's
right.
what's so cool about it. These are things that we actually want in a relationship.
What you
But
want?
right, but it's the balance of that, and like you said, and I'm
Right.
glad you said it. It's the balance of that which makes it, good or bad. Yeah.
Right, right. And so, okay, so how I came up with this with this whole thing was behind that movie because the woman stalked him because each of these attributes that I picked out, right, she displayed, right? He even knew that it was weird, but here's the funny thing about it. He wasn't really physically attracted to her. He felt like she was weird. He felt like all these things that he knew that wasn't right. He accepted it, right? He allowed it. But then here's the thing about it. He allowed it because he was at a deficit, right? He knew that she wasn't the right one for he knew that she wasn't the right one for him, but because he was a comedian that couldn't get his comedy off the ground, so what he decided to do was he was in a dark space on where he needed to go. Right, trauma bonding. Right, absolutely. They were trauma
Right.
bonded. Right, right. Is definitely what that was. And sometimes when we step into dating, 'cause remember, dating is the first stage before you get into a relationship. And when you out dating and stuff like that, you got to check yourself because the things that look great, like this great list, if you don't really pay attention to it, you find yourself in a situation where somebody gonna be knocking on your door, jumping out the bushes at your job, on your Facebook page, liking every goddamn thing that you do. You know what I mean? So, and stay off the internet, ladies, as far as your check-ins, right? Because that is easy access, right? Check in after you leave. But shit, why are you even checking in and let people look? Even if you do that, it's for time to time. I will say it's okay, but I will also say understand. The more you check in, the more people are gathering information, and if you decide to date somebody, they're going to use that as a tool to
And
manipulate their
go
way
over
in situation.
change those settings, do those things, and then too, I don't want to get too deep, but like we were saying before, like the deficit, like date yourself, love on yourself. I've even heard somebody say they're gonna rub one out real quick before they go on a date. That way, I'm just
Right,
saying. I'm not
y'all
saying,
crazy, man.
so you don't get too thirsty,
Right.
because when they be rough in these streets, it be rough. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
somebody that
Yeah.
you might not have gotten a chance if you wasn't at a
Yeah.
deficit. So do
Yeah.
those things.
I
Do
had that.
your affirmations, your working out, your whatever that you have to do to charge your battery so that you not trauma bonding with people to charge your battery for you, and you dealing with people that honestly you wouldn't even talk to if you was on a full battery.
Hey, you know what? Damn, I be telling on myself, but I don't even care.
Come
I
on,
don't even
give us
fucking care.
you like you said, you be
I
mysterious.
had I had that happen before. I was a girl. She's like, "Yeah, I knew you was coming over. I had to go ahead and get it out of the way because I knew that it was going to be a problem. Because when you said it, I heard that before. I'm like, God damn, y'all terrible."
Like talking that shit, smelling good, coming through. Oh, hey, how you doing? Giving compliments, like you said, not love bombing, but giving compliments and shit. Nigga ain't gave me compliments all week. Oh, and
Yeah.
the nigga hugged me real tight.
Talking
Damn, my
about,
penny's falling off. Like, no, I need to go ahead and rub this one out so a nigga ain't really phased like that.
God damn, that's trickery, man. Hey, fellas, man, I be dropping things, man. If y'all don't pay attention to this shit right here, man, y'all crazy, man. like they do. Hey, I am beginning to understand as I've been through this journey of date night that there's so many similarities, but different degrees of men and women. It's all this, y'all the same too, right? But it's at a certain degree. I ain't gonna say whose degree is higher than the other. I'll let that.
You guys are more actionary based and we're more emotional. So that's where ours come from. Because like you said, y'all could smash and that was that. I had a release, it was cool. And we was like, well, damn, you don't fuck with me like that. Like we just messed with each other the other day. So no, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
So
no, it happened. Oh,
nah,
okay.
that was me. That was me. That was me. That was me. My my son had called me on FaceTime and I was like, but anyway, he up. I don't know what, well, he out of school, so but anyway, look, this has been a pleasure as
Absolutely.
always. Hey, we're gonna get Nikita started. We're gonna get Nikita her own platform started because I think she needs it. I think you're very relatable, very laid back, and honestly, it's a new way. It's definitely another way that we can actually give out these messages and have fun with it. It's
Absolutely.
not too. We're not too formal here. We just let it loose like we at the bar, right here. We at the bar.
We need this. And pandemic set us kind of back. And what's so crazy is I love people. I love to commune with people. I love to vibe. I love to be around people and just get that energy in. Intentionally, the pandemic started some shit that was like, now we can't even tap in. You know, now we socially awkward. Now we see somebody, we can't even be like, hey girl, hey, or hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So these platforms and these things are definitely a way for us to connect and start that back again. Because unfortunately, more often than not, this is the only way that we are communing these days. So yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, and we learned something. And stay hold tight for me. I'm gonna go ahead and end up hold tight
No
for me
worries.
right quick. All right. So everybody, we made it through. Made it through. I appreciate everybody that's actually came out to support. These videos are definitely for you guys, and for me as well. Sharing these when I put the reels out, sharing them will definitely help. Please share. Soon we will be actually all the hard work that we put into this. Honestly, these particular platforms that is distributing this type of information for the amount of work and the time it takes to put these things together, what we're going to do is we're going to start moving this part to our own situation, right? That'll be coming up. I'm going to give everybody instructions on how to do that. It's going to be on the Date Night Online website, but we'll also be able to catch it through Facebook and all other platforms, but it will go directly to us. So we're able to do that. And if anybody wants to also do that, you can also contact me too as well. We can do it for you too as well. But anyway, quick shameless plug. But Other than that, appreciate it. See you guys next week. I have some great things coming up. Slumber party. I need some ladies to hit me. I'm telling you, like, it's so fun. I enjoy it. I will have the guys out, but I need one more session with some ladies, because I think the women are definitely learning some about each other, and also learning about other women that have similar situations. So other than that, I appreciate your time, and you guys have a good night.